Hey everybody, good afternoon. It is Latonia and Herkins here today, and I am excited about today's topic.
Yep.
Thank you for joining us. So, we are talking about self-love in marriage today. So,
Yes,
before we begin, who do I have online with me? If you are here, give me a thumbs up, give us a heart. I gotta remember that Herkins is here, because you guys know I usually am by myself, so I have to remember that Herkins is here. We are here, so are you here? Let me know. Leave comments, leave hearts, and I'll be waiting online. Well, I'll be waiting here to hear from you guys. And if you're watching on the replay, we are live right now at 1:33 p.m. and it is Tuesday afternoon when I go live each and every week. And so if you're watching on the replay, let me know you are here by leaving a comment or just leaving some heart. Well, leave a comment. Otherwise, I won't know that you're here. Just say hello so that I know that you were able to watch and you stopped by to visit the page. Hey, Anita. Welcome.
Hello,
For those of you who are joining in, I am here today with Herkins, my hubby, and we're just going to share. While I have Herkins around this week, he is off because it's school vacation week here in Massachusetts. And so today we are here to just share a little bit of our journey in preparation for the upcoming event that we have going on this week called The Story of Us. And for those of you who are not able to be at the Story of Us event in person, don't worry, we're going to be recording it, and if the recording turns out well, it'll be available for you guys to watch and learn from our story so that you can be motivated with your relationship, your journey of love, and all of that good jazz. So thank you guys for joining today. How's your week going? Let me know in the comments. Just put a good, a great, an awesome, or you don't know, you're seeing how you're going to make it through. Let me know in the comments. And so I'm actually going to pull a journal and see if I have a journal before we kind of get into today's topic, because I'm thinking about it now. So you can entertain them.
Wow. Hi, people. She knows she can't put me on the spot.
Oh,
I don't know what I'm going to say or do. But hi, how y'all doing? How's the weather out wherever you guys are at? Today is not a bad day for us.
Yeah, we're having like a summer day.
Seriously, it's shorts, maybe, not really.
No,
but
I think so.
Is it really? I haven't really been outside like that.
It's nice.
Wow.
It is really nice out. Okay, I'm coming, guys. I feel like it's worth me sharing these particular journals that I am going to be sharing.
Oh, yeah.
So there's one. I have one. I'm just looking for one other one. I'm like, Herb, what was our other journal? What did it look like?
Oh, the one that we shared?
Yeah.
I got that one.
Oh, you have it. Okay. All right. Well, I don't want to leave you guys with nobody on the screen, so this is how it is, man. This is how it is. Okay. Ooh, look at Anita is saying it is like 70s in North Carolina.
You need to send that up our way.
Can we get some of that?
Seriously.
We're grateful,
Stop
Lord.
being greedy.
We are grateful, though, with our 50. Is it 50? Yeah, we're in the 50s. We're grateful for our 50 degrees.
65.
65? I don't know. You're inside here. I don't know. I can't say. I don't know. I was just outside. I can't say it's 65, but maybe high 50s, 60s. Right? Okay. So let's get started here today. So for those of you who are just joining me for the very first time, my name is Latonia Francois, and I am the trailblazing owner of Let's Write Life. It's a company I started a few years back to help empower people through journaling and leading them on a destination, a journey of self-love and empowerment through the power of their words so that they can bring about life change. And so that's what I do. I partner with organizations who are looking to help people be empowered. And I also work with mental health professionals as well with their clients or students to help anyone on their journey of positive life change through journaling. And so I make these videos to support the professionals or the organizations that I work with, but I also make these videos to empower those of you who have participated in my programs, have attended workshops, or are just interested and have a joy for journaling and want to be inspired by what I'm sharing each week. And so that is what I'm about. And so this day, we're on the month of, our monthly theme right now is self-love through building healthy and unhealthy relationships. And this week I have Herkins with me to talk about this topic with us.
Oh, yeah.
So, hello, Joanna. So, of course, you know, if you're looking to have me come to your women's groups, whether you are in state or out of state, I would be interested to come chat, share my story, and bring journaling to where you are, whether it's your organization, church group, or women's group, or youth group. I'm in the process of now just starting to reach out to more organizations that want to bring journaling into what they do. So if you're watching and you're like, you know what, I'd like to work with Let's Write Life and see what it's all about, definitely go check out my website at letswritelife.com. And I'm saying this to you guys because you guys have been watching me and been following along. And so I'd love to connect more with you all. So hello, Joanne. Thank you for joining me. Look, you guys, I got my hair done. I don't look like a complete mess because I did kind of let it get a little away from me. And so, yeah, so Anita is saying, awesome. Okay, great. Yeah, I have to, you know, if you know people or places or things who are looking for some inspiration, I'm definitely filling up my calendar now, getting programs planned. So let's get into today's topic, which I'm really excited about. I have my notes here. We have our event coming up, The Story of Us, this week. And so this is kind of like a little sneak peek to it, I guess. So wanted to talk about love, right? When you get to the point of being married, being in a serious relationship, I know over the last few weeks I've been talking about the importance of knowing who you are and loving yourself first so that you can be able to give and receive love from others.
Right.
And that when you don't love yourself and know who you are, those things from your life transfer into the relationships that you carry.
Right.
And then if you do take on that journey of self-love and empowerment and caring for yourself, what you'll discover is that confidence that comes with knowing who you are puts you in a position for the person you are desiring to, I guess, seek or have attracted to you. But if you're not ready and if you are not sure who you are and if you're carrying around baggage that's making you feel worthless and useless, you won't be in the position to attract the type of relationship that you desire and that you also deserve. And so this week it's about talking about my life from the perspective of when I got married and just kind of share just a little bit of that journey with you guys, with Herkins while I have him here. And so what is a relationship? Okay, so let's start there. What is a relationship? At the very foundation, a relationship is a way in which two or more people are connected.
Right.
It could be friendships, it could be through a romantic relationship, but at the basic foundation of what a relationship is, it's just the way two or more people are connected. And the way that connection exists really is defined by you. And so in our world, we consider marriage to be, the term we like to use is like oneness.
Yeah. When
the two become one and we begin this journey of oneness. So as you guys may or may not know, Herkins and I are high school sweethearts, and I like to say that's what we call it now, because it didn't start so great. You know, Herkins was just somebody I didn't like because
she didn't know she liked me.
Yeah. And so, oh man. So it didn't really start in an expected kind of way. Our relationship really evolved over time and through many ups and downs, and just growing up. I mean, technically, we were young, man.
Right.
We were just young.
Definitely.
And so I wanted to just kind of start with that story of how our marriage started. It started on a rough patch. As a matter of fact, when Herkins and I got married, I'm just fast forwarding to the marriage part. When we got married, I was engaged. We were engaged for 2 weeks, and in that 2 weeks, Herkins was mugged.
Yep.
And in the hospital, and almost lost his life, and it was a traumatic life event for me, because I was a witness to the whole entire thing. And so that was the beginning of our journey. It was like he put a ring on it, and then boom.
2 weeks after.
Yeah. So we kind of got hit really quick in our life with the responsibilities of adulthood. And you love someone. Thanks for the face. They're sad faces. Yeah, it was really tough. And we were really faced with the responsibilities of adulthood really young in our life, and really early in our serious relationship, when we had decided, okay, we're going to get married. And before we could even get married, we had to start making marital decisions. Right? Did you want to add to that?
Yeah, it was just really hard. It was just, at the time, for me at least, it was like, it was supposed to be an exciting time. I just got a ring, proposed. She said yes, great. Woo-ha, let's go.
Yeah, right? It's supposed to be an exciting time.
Let's go find all this stuff. And then 2 weeks later, coming off of work, boom, get mugged outside your own apartment. So it's just like, wow. So, and then, a week after that, or the same week, get into a car accident. Hit on my side. So it's like, now not only do I have a cast on my arm. Yeah. So it's just.
So yeah, we just don't want to say too much, because we're saving that for the event. But to say the least, our relationship, our marital journey started at a rocky start.
Right.
And so we had to make some tough decisions to deal with that, and to deal with the emotional ties that came with a traumatic life event for me and for him, and being able to support each other on this journey of mental and physical healing.
Right.
And so I bring that up to say, that's when I really saw firsthand, or realized firsthand, what it really takes, or I should say that marriage takes work. Once you get past the beautiful bells and whistles that come with your wedding day and planning for your wedding day and things like that, the work really begins with this journey of you deciding this is the person you're going to spend your life with. And beyond that, what that means is this is the person you're going to spend your life working with, managing your decision making with, starting a family with, sharing your finances with, sharing your families with, and just everything becomes this oneness, right? That happens. But oftentimes you don't realize that it takes time to get to that oneness state, and that the journey of marriage begins at that first day. And it's a journey that takes learning, it takes work, it takes sacrifice, it takes trust, it takes vulnerability. And some of these things don't get talked about when you're picking out your wedding gown, or you talk about these things when you're dating, but you don't know the weight of these things, and how there are certain things that you should have in place to help you prepare for these type of conversations, or be able to prepare to build your foundation for marriage on.
Right.
And so in this video, I wanted to be sure that we talked a little bit about these things that we built our marriage on,
Mm-hmm.
that we still continue to look toward as the things that allow us to stay in love, to strengthen our marriage, and to be able to grow when things are not great,
Right.
and when things are great. And so here's some of the things. So I started with this question. How do we get to know each other? Right? How do we get to know each other? How do you get to know who your spouse is? How do you get to know who your partner is in
Right.
marriage? Because you date and you put on a nice show, you try to be on your best behavior,
Right.
and you look nice, and then once you're married, like, how do you maintain that? And so for us, we can kind of share, I guess the important thing for us is just to continue to date.
Right.
Um,
You can never stop learning. It's like,
it's hard.
Right. People naturally evolve. So you have to evolve with your relationship and what's going around. Now we have 2 kids. So it's kind of like, okay, how do we be in a relationship with 2 other kids? And they expect our attention as much as we expect our attention.
Yeah. And so, like, when it comes to us getting to know each other, some of the ways we do it is we continue to date each other. And so, as hard as that is, and I'll just speak for now, having children. So before the children, it was something we could easily do.
What?
We would just,
It doesn't matter what time.
it didn't matter what time, what place, we would just have an understanding of what we both enjoy doing together,
Right.
what we enjoy doing apart from one another,
Right.
and make those things a part of our weekly life, and just made sure that we didn't take the dating for granted.
Right.
So we would like go bowling.
Yeah.
Late at night, it would be like 9. We'd be like, you want to go bowling? And we would just do it so we can make sure that we were doing things every week to maintain it. Or just going out to eat. We love to go out to eat. We love to go to restaurants.
See some movies.
And movies, we're big movie buffs. And so movies was big for us. It's just simple things like that, or just having quality time to just talk. Right. Undivided. And so just things like that helped us maintain.
Right.
Coming into the marriage, so the next thing is that I wanted to say is what are our values? What do we value in ourselves? Look, we're getting our hearts and the laughing faces.
There we go.
But yeah, so like when it comes to like values, this is something that is very, very important when it comes to a relationship. One of the things when we started dating, that was at the forefront, I shared in the last broadcast video that in my previous relationship before Herkins, the trust had been broken between me and the person I was dating. So I knew, because I was able to stay strong and let that relationship go, as hard and as difficult as it was, because I felt connected and in love with that person. The fact that I was able to move on and choose myself, choose my worth more than what I felt the other person had put into the relationship, I went forward in life knowing that was something that was very important to me, and that if the trust was broken in a relationship, that would crush me. That would be something that I would not be able to live with without going through some sort of healing process.
Right.
And so in our relationship, coming into it, I knew that I needed to be able to trust Herkins, not later, but right now. Through his behaviors, through his character, the way he handled himself while we were dating. Can he maintain my trust? Can I feel vulnerable enough to open my heart to him, for him to hold my heart and not break it? And so it took some time, because of course I didn't really like Herkins at first. He was always crushing my heart.
I break down walls, not hearts. Walls.
I didn't like Herkins. I know it's so bad, because he is is still very annoying.
Yes.
He has some annoying tendencies,
But that's
guys.
how I get things done, people. That's how I get things done.
So I didn't like somebody who would be like picking at you and tickling you. I just don't like that stuff. And he was always doing this, or being somebody who was always getting on everybody's nerves because he's just was always so playful and just I just that was just not, it was not attractive to me.
But yet it was, people. Think about it. Yet it was.
So, what ended up happening, what attracted Herkins to me was at the root, once we got past the shenanigans, I was actually able to see Herkins as a responsible guy. He had a job, he had a car, he was pretty much like focused on where he wanted to go, he was in school, and he was actually really nice once I got to have a regular conversation with him in a regular setting. And so that's kind of where our friendship started. I got to know that he liked chess and playing chess, and I didn't know about chess, so that was kind of our thing that kind of brought us together.
Very much
because we ended up working at the same place together. So during our work breaks, he would pull out the chessboard and he would just teach me how to play chess. And so, not that I remember anything about chess now that I'm talking about it.
No.
But nonetheless,
we gotta break that back out.
I know, we should. That should actually be something we do.
I'm gonna buy one today.
Play chess again.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so we started our foundation, me coming into our relationship saying trust is something that's really important to me, and being able to be vocal about it. You can't be vocal about things you want if you don't know what it is that you want in a relationship. Right. And sometimes you may find yourself in love and you jump into relationships and you don't even know what you want, or you don't even know what's important, and you haven't vocalized it to your partner to make sure you're on the same page. So this was something that I went into the relationship finding very important for me to have. And so do you want to share your version or your side coming in?
Well, for me, trust was very much important. I grew up with a one parent household, and the other parent cheated on my father cheated on my mother. So that right there, I saw how that crushed the family. I saw that devastation. I was like, I can never be that. So my father taught me what not to do there. So I was like, okay, you know what? I can never cheat on somebody, and nor can I accept me being cheated on. So, straight up, that was probably the first night. Like, literally, I got her phone number. We talked that first night, kept her up.
Kept me up. This was like when cell phones were new. Like, they were like not even really out yet. We were using pagers and beepers at the time.
Yeah.
We were not even, cell phones were not even like a thing yet.
No.
So my home phone bill, Herkins lived long distance at the time,
quote unquote,
which was like cities away from mine, but it was considered long distance on those home phones. You know how it was back in the day. And so I remember our first conversation on the phone. He kept me up all night. I was on the phone for hours, and to say the least, my mom, it was the first time I had to pay the phone bill.
Basically,
she printed it out. Or no, she got the statement, and she pretty much said, I hope you have the money to pay for this. And I still have that. I kept it. I still have it like in my scrapbook because I've always been journaling, and I kept it, and I like highlighted all the things, and I still have that first bill that I had to pay. So So
yeah, that first conversation was, we hashed out a lot of things at that first conversation. We just pretty much said, trust is number one.
Yeah, and he knew I came out of a relationship that I was hurt. So from the beginning, that was our first core value. And then just over the years, as we continued to build our relationship, got to know each other, became married, became parents, and to where we are now, 10 years into our marriage, those core values just continued to grow.
Right.
And like, so from starting from trust being the first thing, then it was faith, and then it was communication.
Right.
A big one for both of us.
Right.
And knowing those things, we're always able to talk about those things. And the way that we've been able to just make our relationship continue to be nourished around those things is that we nourish them.
Right.
We continue to work on them. We go on retreats that allow us to keep those values that mean something important to us at the forefront of our marriage. And so when you think about your own life, what ways are you nourishing the things that are important to you when it comes to the things you value, whether you're married or not in a relationship? Have you ever asked yourself, what are the things that you value? And what are you doing in your relationship to maintain those values?
Right.
Are you investing in a retreat? Are you investing in date nights for communication to happen? Are you investing in each other through
Right.
whatever your love language is? And that's something that Herkins and I have done. There's a book called The 5 Love Languages, and we have read the book and we have done the challenge, and
Right.
we know what our love languages are, and that's something you guys can just look up online, 5 love languages, to get more information about. We'll be talking a little bit about that at the event.
Right.
So that we know how to complete each other when it comes to the way we want to be loved. So that way it's not like he's giving me all these gifts and then I'm giving him all this quality time, and he's just like, I just want you to clean up the house. That's what love means to me. And then I'm over here like, I don't like gifts. I want quality time.
Right.
So that way we're learning and we're continuing to evolve and we're continuing to invest
Right.
in our relationship, because it's not going to work for itself.
Right.
And so I wanted to share these things from our relationship and just a little bit about it to motivate you and build your awareness, so that as you're journaling and that as you're working on building, relationships in your life, if you're looking for love and if you're preparing for marriage, or if you are married and you're looking for new ways to just bring life to it and refresh it, it's all about getting back to those foundational basics for where you started, or for where you want to see yourself moving toward, and continuing to let those things be a part of your everyday life. And so I want to end this broadcast with a journaling prompt for you guys to go move forward on your journey of love with. And I could ask you, what's important in a relationship to you? But the truth is, you may not know that answer. You really won't know that answer until you're in it.
Right.
And that's an answer that will evolve with the more that you learn about your partner and who you are and how you've changed and what's important to you.
Right.
So the real question the real journaling prompt, thank you guys for the hearts and the thumbs up. Hey, Barbara.
What up,
Hello there.
Love your work.
I know. Thanks, Barbara. Be natural hairstyling right here. So the prompt that I have for you guys today is, let me see here, for your own personal journaling. The first prompt that I have is, and I want you to finish this thought, okay? Finish this thought. I feel the most secure when. Start your writing from that point of view. Because this is actually a question you should be able to answer for yourself, whether you're in or not in a relationship currently. Right. What in your life makes you feel secure? I know for us, Herkins and I know, and maybe you may ask yourself, what is your greatest fear? And I think that was my follow-up. Yeah, and so my follow-up prompt. So to go along with the first prompt that I had, I feel the most secure when. Finish that thought, right? And then that follow-up prompt that I have to this is, what are your greatest fears in a relationship? And I want to just leave you guys with these two prompts, because this is what's really going to just get your thought process rolling around what's really important. If you have no money, if you
Right.
just have each other, what really matters?
Right.
And I feel like those two prompts kind of open up the dialogue in your mind, or just build your awareness, or it would be a good start for you to begin building your awareness on when you're looking for relationships.
Right.
Are the things that you wrote as what make you feel secure? Is that what you're finding in your current relationship? When you think about what your greatest fears are in a relationship, are those things that you're experiencing right now in your marriage? When you think about the answers to these questions, this gives you a starting point for areas you can start investing in to fix it or improve it and make it better.
Right.
And so I just hope that what we shared today empowers you. It makes you feel like love is attainable and love is changed and love does happen. But you can have control on the way in which you allow it to happen, the way in which you prevent it from happening,
Right.
and to know the way you want to build and become more one in the relationship that you have or that you want.
Right.
All right. Thank you guys for the hearts and the thumbs up.
Oh, yeah.
I hope this broadcast was inspirational to you. Of course, I am going to leave before we go. I want to share some of the journals that Herkins and I have used over the years, because journaling is a part of our relationship. It has been a tool that has allowed us to touch on that core value that we care about, communication. So how can we do it in more ways than one? We talk, we go on date nights, we give ourselves quality time for us to talk,
right,
one-on-one. And then at the really beginning of our relationship, we started a journal together. And so let's see when this journal started. And look, I told Herkins wasn't a real talker. He's quiet now, but he was definitely quiet later, which is why I feel like the outlet of poking and tickling people was his thing, because he was a very quiet person. So this is like the first journal we had, and as you can tell, it started in October 8th of 2002. And before this, we were just writing on papers, passing them back and forth in class. You know how it was. And so my rule, look at my rule. The rule is you must write 2 full pages every time, blah, blah, blah. See how nobody signed that, right? That ain't even right.
Yeah, because I didn't do no 2 full pages.
Because I would like write something and he would just be like, hi. All right, talk to you later, bye. And I'm like, what is this? Stop writing nothing.
Notice, this is me, right? This is her. That's pretty much how it is now.
Oh my gosh. So like, yeah, we journaled. And so when you're journaling and you're spending time journaling to yourself about these prompts, it could also be something that you can end up doing and something that you may enjoy doing with your partner when you can't vocalize how it is that you feel, or be able to vocalize the emotions that may be going on because of something that has happened between the two of you. And so being able to write it down and just have a shared journal just gave us, at least, another outlet to be able to express ourselves when we just didn't feel like we could say what it was that we wanted to share. And so another journal that we have is something that I got actually as a gift, a raffle, or I won it. I won it, I think. And it's a prayer journal. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the little kitties got to it, so whatever. Mm-hmm. So we actually started a prayer journal a few years ago just to track our family goals that we are working toward continually. And so this one is one we started in 2015, actually. And what we did was, on the pages inside, it kind of wrote like, okay, what are the things that we're praying about? What are the things that we want? And we just kind of used this space to just hold each other accountable to the different things that we were striving for, and just verses that we could just focus on together. And so these are things that happen in behind closed doors. You know, sometimes we go through things in life and it's always so challenging, and it's hard to just get back to these foundational things, but it's because of these foundational things that allow us to withstand the ups and downs of our marriage. No, our marriage isn't perfect. No, our marriage isn't always great. Sometimes we want to just kill each other, and it can get really rough and tough sometimes. But at the end of the day, we know that we love each other, and it's just the things that are going on around us that are preventing us to maintain it. So instead of just letting life control us, we decided to control it through all these different things that we do so that our marriage can just continue to move forward through each and everything that life brings.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, guys. So that's it. Oh, okay. So Anita's saying, thanks for sharing a snippet of your love story. My pleasure, Anita. And then Barbara is saying, becoming one is the goal. Yes, even after the wedding, it's even more important to get on one accord with your spouse. Absolutely.
Yes.
And it's a continual process.
Yes.
Not an overnight thing.
Yes.
And
you
so,
can't never stop.
Yeah.
No.
What you say?
I said you can't stop. It's an everyday thing.
Yeah.
It's like you have to constantly wake up and say, hey, what am I going to do to make this relationship even better today than it was yesterday?
Yeah. So our hope is that you can hear what we had to say. And then for those of you who are able to attend the event, we hope you'll come, be inspired by it, and just let it be an event that you can take back into your everyday life and begin the conversation around and do a check-in with each other and say, all right, that was a great event. Here's what I learned for it. And just let it be a platform to begin conversation.
Right.
All right, guys. Let's see. Absolutely. Control the situation as much as possible. Absolutely.
Control the situation, period.
Yes.
To get as much as possible, period.
Period. Right. All right, guys, so thank you for joining today. The journal that I've been using throughout this month, because at the foundation of all of this, in order to give and receive love, you have to have learned how to love yourself. And so the journal that I've been using throughout the month on this journey is the You're Worth Writing For journal. And so in this journal, in this journal, there's just, different pages of affirmations to just help you stay motivated on your journey, whether it be of developing self-love or just realizing your own self-worth. And so that's the journal that I am using this month. And actually, because you guys have been so awesome watching this video, being a part of these live broadcasts, I will have a special link with this video for you to get a special discount. So I look forward to seeing you guys from the next broadcast next week and at the event if you are able to be there. All right, and hi, Tiara. Welcome.
What's going on?
I know we're signing off now. Check the replay. Go back and watch it. All right, guys. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.